What's good, everybody? It's your man Crucial, aka Mr. Brothers, and I'm back with another video on my 30-day challenge. So this video is for my OGs and my baby OGs, especially people over 40. If you're new to my channel, besides music, I'm also dedicating this to show y'all my journey on reinventing, reintroducing, and repurposing things, so to speak. You know what I mean? So this video, I'm going to break down 5 practical tips on reinventing yourself, especially after 40. Let's get it. So tip 1, redefine success. Because success looks different every stage of life. What you consider success in your 20s and 30s might not be the same anymore. So the first thing we got to do, we got to ask ourselves what truly makes us feel fulfilled. What do we really enjoy spending our time on? Because the older you get, you realize you start to have more time behind you than ahead. And I don't know about you. I'm trying to make my next day the best day and the rest of my life the best of my life. So the first thing you got to really do is write down your top 5 priorities, whether it's about financial freedom, your health, creativity, or time with family, or traveling. Just write down what's very important for you. What do you really want to do more so now? For me, success is about being able to be creative and make a living from doing what you love. It's not an easy task, and have the freedom to do what you want, how you want, and on your terms, which is even less easier. See, for my career, I started out as an aspiring rapper, but my success came when I was a partner of AK for her albums. So my identity and my success started to be tied down to R&B, which I had no problem with because I still was songwriting and I was producing. And I've never would have thought this outcome or thought I would ever go in this direction and still be satisfied at the time. But with that comes a lot of responsibility, especially working with a major artist and major labels, and the demand on certain things and the expectations after you start making success and on the hit and getting hit songs and all types of things like that. It was great, but I still feel like I never really got a chance to express my creativity 100% fully, or the room to develop and grow in the direction I wanted to go to. Because once you start getting success, once you start getting commercial success or industry success, you start having the pressure of trying to repeat that. So where I'm at now, what's more success to me now is being able to create on my terms, being able to experiment, being able to share, and being able to figure out what I can come up with no expectations, with no boundaries, with no demands from other artists or other people or whatever. Just being in control. And I thank God for this technology that I'm able to do more with less. That's success to me. The freedom to make what you want, how you want, and still be able to take care of yourself and your family. So if that's 1,000 people that love it, and I have that, I'm successful. So tip number 2, start small. A lot of times when we're trying to reinvent ourselves, we think we have to do something drastic, or we have to do so much to convince people of this new person you are, or this new way you want to express yourself. And that might stop you or distract you from doing it in the first place because it's overwhelming. So focus on one thing at a time and build from there. So for me, I started with getting online and doing the lives way back on Instagram and Facebook. I think Facebook first and then Instagram later on. And I just started talking to the people. And I started noticing people wanted to hear what I had to say. And they wanted to know about my experiences. So instead of like being online trying to promote music or trying to share my creativity, I started sharing my wisdom and my knowledge. And even on my health journey, I started to just make sure I walk for like 30 minutes every day. And that helped build a discipline in me where it's like I have to do it every day or my body just feels off. And from that, it started getting into jogging. And from that, it started getting into me going to a gym routine. So it's just a training a muscle. But I started with just walking once a day, at least 30 minutes. So start small and focus on one thing at a time. Build on the small wins. If I didn't get anything that I wanted to get accomplished in the rest of the day, at least I feel good that I got my walk in. And small changes compound into big results. Tip number 3, leverage your experience. See, when you get older and by 40, you build a wealth of knowledge, skills, and resilience you can use to your advantage. You live life long enough to know that problems are going to come and you're going to get past them. This too shall pass. So one thing you can do, you can just reflect on your career, your life experience, think about the skills you acquired, the lessons you learned, and apply that to the next chapter. Could your hobby become a side hustle? Can you start mentoring people or teach a skill? These are things you can do to be part of your new identity. So there came a point, and a good friend of mine, Jeff Lombardo, he said to me, at this point in time, your wisdom and your experience is more valuable than your music. And as I held back from punching him in the face, I pondered on that thought. And he was right. And I appreciated him saying that to me because I saw myself in a certain way and I didn't realize how much more I was. Tip number 4, stay curious. Reinvention requires a growth mindset. You gotta be open to learning and exploring new things. So pick one area to learn or improve: technology, wellness, or creative skill. Try an online course, a podcast, or just experiment with something new. Or even go back to school or read. So that's one thing I never had a problem with. I always was curious. I always want to know how things work and what's the newest technology and how did this person get from here to there, and what does this thing do, and what does this program do, and how can I do that? You know, a lot of times when you get older and more experienced, you get jaded and you start to look at things in an old head mind. You think the way that you knew it is the better way, and you start to frown down on the new things coming or the easier conveniences in technology. Like if you're a DJ, you probably hate the sync button. Or if you're a producer, you probably hate drag and drop. Whatever it is, new things come and I'm curious about it. And I never wanted to be stuck in this whole, the old way is better. Or, yo, that's the way I am. I'm never going to change. I don't need to know all that. You know what I mean? Stay curious. Curiosity keeps you young. The more you learn, the more possibilities open up. So tip number 5 is build a community. You're not meant to do this alone. Surround yourself with people who inspire and uplift you. Join some groups or communities that align with your goals, fitness, creative, business, and be intentional about who you spend time with. You got Discords, you got all types of places to connect with like minds. That was one thing that was the benefit of taking my friend Jeff's suggestion of talking to the people on live. I had no idea it was going to grow into the community I had, because it went from Facebook to Instagram to even YouTube for a little while, and then to Twitch. And then when the pandemic hit, we locked in even more in the same community and gained, each platform gained a few more people to join the community, and everybody traveled over, and we even hung out in Clubhouse on the weekends on that app. And to this day, I'm engaged with a lot of those people from those live streams, the Crucial Feedback live streams, and I even worked with them, put out an EP with Aziza Love and featured a lot of those producers and DJs on my Krucial Noise radio. And I tend to do a whole lot more. And I feel like I give them a whole lot of value and they give me value. They keep me going. And to be around people that appreciate what you do, appreciate your art, and is mutual. We're all about community. That's a basic human need. So definitely take time to build community. So in conclusion, reinvention is like an act of self-love. It's not about fixing what's broken. It's about evolving to the best version of yourself. So which one of the 5 tips resonated with you the most? Let me know in the comments and let's keep this conversation going. Thank you again. If you want to subscribe, share the video, like the video, and day 7 of the 30-day challenge. I'll see you on the next video. 1.